Hello there everyone. Well, it's episode 3 of the Anata safety series, and it's best that you strap in as this episode is going to be a long and juicy one. Today we are going to be discussing scams, and boy do we have a lot of examples to look out for. Hopefully you have watched the first 2 episodes of our Anata crypto safety series, so you know how to put yourself in the best position to stay protected. But scammers are also aware of these tactics. Education on different types of scams is a good way to try and stay ahead. Much like fiat, cryptocurrency has a wide variety of scammers who are simply out there to try and trick you out of your money. But cryptocurrency means that you assume liability. You are the sole individual in charge of your money, which is great, but it also means that you have to be very cautious. We'll go over some basic stuff first. Discord. Discord is actually a pretty scary place, so I'd highly advise you close your DMs, as this is often the first place that scammers pop into. They're usually disguised as a mod from a mutual server that you're both in, or someone pretending to be interested in purchasing your NFT. Others might ask you to test a game or try and convince you to click a link or download a file, which is malicious. Do not fall for it. The safest play is to simply close your DMs and do not accept a friend request from somebody that you don't know. You can right-click and view a profile in Discord to see mutual servers and friends, but the general rule is, unfortunately, trust nobody. In turn, and knowing the lengths that hackers will go to contact potential victims, responsible admin will never reach out to you first. Secondly, we'll talk about phishing link scams. Scammers will create websites or social media that look close to the official one. Capitalizing an I to make it an uppercase I, for example, which makes it look like a lowercase l, is a common tactic. Then they will post something to direct users to their malicious website and prompt them to verify by entering their seed phrase or entering their private key for access. Scammers will often target specific NFT projects where they know a lot of money can be gained.
Bored Ape Stolen.
And will even at users that they have identified from Discords to try and convince them to go on a website that mirrors the official one. Thirdly, we have random airdrops. Has a huge amount of strange coins, or perhaps an NFT you've never heard of, randomly appeared in your wallet and seems to be worth a lot of money? It's too good to be true. Never interact with them. In fact, it's best not to touch these items at all, unless you are absolutely certain with what you're doing. Most times they will attempt to direct your way to a malicious website that will steal your funds. A common tactic on OpenSea, for example, will be to airdrop an NFT to your wallet. When you check that NFT, it will have what appears to be a high offer on it. Yet, if you attempt to sell this random NFT, then the transaction will fail and it will attempt to direct you to one of the aforementioned malicious websites.
Avoid them like the plague.
Fourth in the scamming handbook, we have crypto giveaways. These are especially rampant during bull markets when there's a lot of new naive people, and some individuals have lost a lot of their crypto to these scams. One of the most popular ones is a site that will convince you once again to verify yourself with tactics such as send 0.5 Bitcoin to this address and we'll send you 1 whole Bitcoin back. Does this sound too good to be true? In fiat terms, as Bitcoin currently stands in December 2022, sending 17,500 to a website and getting 35k back with no strings attached, doesn't that sound suspicious? Because it is. How about you send them your Bitcoin and they send you absolutely nothing? Because that's what's going to happen. Don't do it. Some of them look extremely professional, and some scammers were even buying adverts that would play on YouTube. Do not even entertain the possibility of this one. Stay away. In 5th place, another popular scam is, believe it or not, fake job offers. Back in March 2022, hackers set up a fake LinkedIn profile and began deliberately targeting employees of a popular online game called Axie Infinity. This finalized in them managing to convince a senior engineer to apply for a very generous looking but very fake job. After multiple interviews, they sent an offer letter to the engineer in the form of a PDF that was filled with spyware. Once downloaded, the hackers could then access Axie Infinity's blockchain network, known as Ronin, and promptly stole an incredible $620 million worth of cryptocurrency. This falls into the final category I want to cover, social engineering, one of the more depressing ones. An individual or individuals will attempt to get to know you purely with the intention of scamming you. Some of them will invest months of their time, especially if they know what you have in your wallet, just to convince you to trust them enough to accept a malicious file. It is horrible that that is something that you have to take into consideration when meeting new people who seem friendly and want to get to know you, and it is honestly quite depressing, but being aware of it might save you from being scammed. The TLDR is: never click a link or accept a file from somebody that you don't know. Do not give away personal information. Close your DMs. If you fail to close your DMs or accept a stranger's friend request and they're now in your DMs offering something that seems too good to be true, then it probably is. Remember, even official sources can get compromised. Sometimes if something seems suspicious or out of the blue, it's best to simply wait. Make sure you triple check anything before you click it. I know it's tedious, but it is also worth checking the permissions of every transaction that you sign. If you're not 100% sure, don't do it. And last but definitely not least, never ever enter your seed phrase into any website or give it to anyone for the love of all things good. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope it can save some people from becoming victims. Stay safe out there.